Alright, we're about to watch some reaction videos now. We're moving along, people moving along. Let's see what we got here. OG Reacts, I believe is his name. Yep. Let's go.
Blood stripes on the flat. Even time translates to 13.
America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles. Those candidates are phonies. You heard me. They're alien replicants from beyond the moon.
These latest images are shot with a heat detecting camera. Hillary is blue, cold, metal.
America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous.
And our participation is the most sacred thing we have. We know how elections go in this country.
What the f is that? That is not a lens flare.
Back it up a minute.
What the f is that? That is not a lens flare.
America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous.
And our participation is the most sacred thing we have. We know how elections go in this country.
What the f is that? That is not a lens flare. That is not light moving. That is his eyes.
Again, when was the last time you seen city workers replacing pipes in your neighborhood? You can't, can you? Heavy metal toxins, parasites, and other foreign contaminants are responsible for damaging your most vital organ, the liver, which plays a crucial role in detoxifying the entire body. Heavy metals like lead, mercury, cadmium, and arsenic directly damage your liver cells, resulting in low energy levels, weight gain, lack of sleep, under eye bags, and other skin-related issues. Detoxifying the liver at least twice a year should be common practice in every household. It's unfortunate we live in a society corrupted by greed. A healthy society will not fill the pockets of Big Pharma. Think twice before directly drinking tap water. Distilled water and spring water is perhaps the best solution. Or at minimum, get yourself a high-quality water filtration. Liver purifying resources can be found on the Dr. Holistic site.
Tap water.
Let me see that real quick.
This is if this don't change your mind.
Yourself a high-quality water filtration. Liver purifying resources can be found on the Dr. Holistic site.
Tap water.
I think I got a fatty liver.
This is if this don't change your mind, you're just a serial killer. I'm convinced.
4, the smart water 7.2, the Islands 7.4, and the distilled water 7.1, and the ppm parts per million. Tap water 276, smart water 225, Evian 265, and the distilled water 002.
Might play some Fortnite later tonight or tomorrow though. I usually try to wait till the weekend to do anything.
It absorbs it.
Cause during the week I go to a day program
Smart water's getting really dark. The tap
for
water.
the elderly. Well, not really elderly. We got about there's some 20-year-olds, 20 through 30-year-olds
on
go
the
there.
ground and everywhere. We don't know even how this
Mostly
barium and
30s
all this stuff is getting.
through on.
It's like dropping out of the sky. It's everywhere. Why all these heavy metals? Where is it coming from?
But it's kind of like
The
school to
bottom
me. It
line is,
reminds
yeah,
me of
no,
school.
don't, please don't. We
Get
know
up,
that.
do what
But
you got to do during the week. Then when the
bottom line
weekend
is,
here,
you
you
got to
can
get this out of your body.
be free.
They've been developing these weapons with frequencies for a long time. So these frequencies that fry electronics, and they're already. I can't say anything.
Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Look, man, it's a crazy video for y'all in store today. Just smash that like button. Let's get this thing to like 20,000 likes, man. Look, I got a message for y'all today because somebody need to hear this, man. Look, I go through things in life, man. I got evil on my back all the time. It's been like this, man, for years. But one thing about it is, man, when you're stepping in your righteous energy, man, and you know that you're doing the appropriate things, the right decisions at the right time, man, for you and your family, you know, nothing can stop you. You know, you're unstoppable for. You know, so never feel like, oh, I'm in this by myself, because like I always say, we're going through this thing called life.
But yeah, these are what I'm into nowadays. Some documentaries, some creepy videos, a little bit of everything on YouTube.
Together, I go through it too. You know what I'm saying? Excuse the cough. You know, my daughter had got me with this cough. You know, I ain't think I was gonna get this cough, but she got me. But look, man, stay on y'all square. Never let nobody scare y'all off y'all square. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like I said, man, let me know in the comments down below if you're going through something. You know, let's have conversations with community together. I love y'all. Let's get into this video. Make sure y'all pay attention. Don't skip a thing, because this right here is deep. You really need to like look into this information.
And this is the judgment of the Most High on all of the heathen Gentile nations. And he would do it through his bride, the 144,000, whom he just married, hence the ring of fire. And it's fire because they're married in the fire of the Holy Spirit. 10-4, 10 plus 4 is the 14th, which was the eclipse of the ring of fire. And the bride is now sealed, and the 144,000 is already expressed, because they are on earth, and they are watching you. And that's why you see the Aleph and the Tav through all of the combining of the eclipses, because Most High is making it clear. I'm the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Yahushua Mashiach, the Messiah, is going to end the world with the entirety of these tall black aliens, which are African-American looking aliens, because the African-Americans, the so-called blacks, Negroes, are the Hebrews of the Bible, the Israelites. And these cigar-shaped ships, they are not Starlink satellites. Those are cigar-shaped ships, and they got cloaking technology, and they can appear and disappear as they will, because they are already surrounding this place. All these stories all around the world are telling that these aliens are tall, black, African-American looking beings. And people just continue to ignore it. National Geographic admitted that Adam and Eve was black. Wikipedia tells you Asian people was black. Russian President Vladimir Putin showed you Messiah was black. The Caribbean villagers tell you that the aliens look like Predator, and Predator is fashioned after a black person with dreadlocks and very muscular. What about the mermaids that grabbed the Russians? All of this is happening because this is the fulfillment of prophecy, where the true Israelites, the so-called blacks that were scattered in the four corners of the world, are going home.
Freaking large fleet of UFOs in Israel. I want to see a UFO though one day. I think I did when I was younger, but my cousin, that was a long time ago. We used to go outside and try to see if we could see them. We'll lay back. That's a long time ago.
Look at the airplane in the distance.
Barely remember that one. But yeah, I still want to see one like nowadays. Just to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably more than that. Yep. The Elohim have arrived. I need to look that up. Who are the Elohim? First, removing Israel video goes viral. Little bird is a sim doing something, giving a sign or something. Why? Politics by Tab.
When I was a youth, about 7 years old, I actually saw a UFO in my backyard, even though I didn't know the name UFO, the title Flying Saucer or aliens, because we're talking about the 1970s, but I knew that what I saw wasn't an airplane. I started researching from encyclopedias back then, we didn't have Google, and looking up all the different aerospace technologies until I came across, the space program. So then I got into the Mercury missions, Apollo missions and everything, and I still couldn't find what I saw. So that led me on the path of discovery, trying to figure out what it was that I saw. So that's how I started learning about aerospace, high technology, secret projects, secret space programs. So it took me decades of time to get to the point where I am now, understanding that there is not only UFOs that we ourselves have created, but it's most likely reverse alien reproduction from more advanced craft that we might have either forced down or that have been discovered from ancient times, and we try to reconstruct them. And probably the majority of the ones we see in the sky that we say are UFOs are probably IFOs, identified flying objects. In other words, we created them. It's just that the general population doesn't know that they're actually ours.
That's something new.
Y'all see what the eclipse did in Israel? Look at that. What does that look like?
A lot of you guys may know this as a Star of David, but this is actually called a Merkaba. And this is what a Merkaba is. This is the balance of feminine and masculine energy. This is when the spirit world merges with the physical world. It says combines opposing energies in perfect balance, masculine and feminine, earth and cosmos. This union results in activation of light protection around your body that can transport you to consciousness to higher dimensions. This is the energy that came to wake up the gods of the planet. This is why people are remembering who they are, and other people are what you call regressing. Some are ascending, some are regressing. And this is why they got to keep this circus going for y'all. They are keeping you from knowing who you really are, my people. But this energy is here to remind you and them of who you are. I be telling y'all, let's get this shift. I be telling y'all, let's get this shift. And this shift is here.
Let's get it rolling.
It feels like a brand new sun out there, doesn't it? That's because it is. That's what they do during an eclipse. They block out the sun with what you call the black sun, and then they put in a new sun. Doesn't this sun feel different? You tell me. Let's get this shift.
I hope you guys got the memo. Target closing stores down 13, Walgreens 200, Macy's 125, Starbucks 400 stores, Bath & Beyond 150 stores, Victoria's Secret 50 stores, Kohl's 27 stores, American Eagle 250 stores, GameStop 200 stores, Walmart 154 stores. It's getting real. We're in the midst of a recession. When stores start closing down and downsizing, it's all about artificial intelligence, AI. You better get the memo and get our houses in order. Downsize, think smart, and prepare for the future.
Hey, look, I've been telling y'all about this too as well, like for a minute. And then on top of that, you know, you see the stores that they're implementing like AI and stuff to do the jobs of the people. Now we have to ask ourselves, where will the jobs go at this point, you know, and what will happen to the people? Y'all let me know in the comments down below.
Ship. So when those doors open to the ship and they begin to walk out, the people of Kemet come running at him with weapons. They're getting ready to try to defend their land and their territory. They don't know what they mean have good, if they mean good, or if they mean bad intentions. So we're gonna attack. We'll attack you first. Ask questions later. Here's what's happened. It's very interesting. Thoth says this.
But that's usually what happens. It's either the government and all that usually attacks first. Like he just said, bad things always happen. And I don't know.
Then I raised my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks as fragments of stone of the mountain. So he has a weapon that is non-lethal, but has the capability of reaching them via a frequency. It's a frequency weapon. And this frequency weapon freezes them in their tracks and stops them from coming to attack. We're talking about 36,000 years ago. This guy's got a frequency beam weapon that can stop a gang of people from coming at him.
A wave of extreme heat that comes from nowhere. It's one of the U.S. military's newest non-lethal weapons, an electromagnetic beam that emits an odorless, invisible, and silent blast of heat.
It felt like opening up an oven door, almost mixed with a sting from about my sternum to my neck. So like you started to really feel it on my neck before I had to kind of instinctually jump out of the way.
This weapon, under development for 15 years, has yet to be used in the field. The technology has attracted safety concerns, though the U.S. military says the rays do not penetrate the skin and pose no health risks.
If an operator is squeezing the trigger and there's a lot going on and he inadvertently keeps squeezing the trigger, there's an automatic shutoff for 3 seconds.
Out of 11,000 exposures on people, only 2 minor injuries have been reported. The Pentagon has not yet decided whether it will order the active denial system, whose powerful beam can reach up to 1,000 meters.
Picture like an invisible searchlight, right? You know what a searchlight looks like? So an invisible searchlight of radio waves going downrange. So it's this big when it starts, and at the end, it's the same size.
Eventually, the weapon could be put to a wide array of uses, such as thwarting hostile attacks, dispersing mobs, and reinforcing security. For now, it remains just a prototype.
Hey, you know what though? A lot of people watch stuff like, oh, that's not true. Like, bruh, it's right here in front of your faces. Let's get back to it. It's crazy. Okay, let's get it, sheeple.
So this guy's got a serious sound system in his
they
car.
could literally liquefy your insides with
Glass turned to
frequency.
jelly. Sound
Watch
turned to
this. Incredible.
It's all about
No,
frequency.
Now,
That's
this is
incredible. The plastic freaking liquefy.
But you're going to see how that sound affects matter.
Watch this. So crazy. It's gonna liquefy the glass. Watch this.
Watch the glass.
So crazy. There we go. Oh, that freaks me out. Watch the car.
Metal, the steel.
Imagine. You'd be toast if they liquefied you. That's how they liquefy you. We don't go back together. We're not.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Or glass. I can't. It's crazy.
No, I'm telling you, if you've got the resonant frequency of the glass and the steel, literally the glass would shatter, the metal will start to fly apart if you've got the right resonant frequency of that car. And if he drives around in that car with that music blaring, eventually that car's just going to fall apart. So that's incredible.
So it's actually that powerful.
Watch this. Just keep watching. Watch this.
Let's go to another one. Right?
This
Again,
is necessary.
This is another example of translation. So here,
show us
they took
our
human
dream.
beings, they stuck them into an fMRI machine, and they showed them images. And they taught the AI, I want you to translate from the readings of the fMRI, so how blood is moving around in your brain, to the image. Can we reconstruct the image then? You know, the AI then only looks at the brain, does not get to see the original image, and it is asked to reconstruct what it sees. Right? So when you dream, your visual cortex sort of runs in reverse. So this means certainly in the next couple of years we'll be able to start decoding dreams. Okay, so it can like reconstruct what you're seeing, but can it reconstruct what you're thinking, your inner monologue? So here they did roughly, it's a different lab, but roughly the same idea. They had people watch these videos and we try to reconstruct their inner monologue. So here's the video, it's this woman getting hit, getting knocked forward, okay? And then what did the AI reconstruct? I see a girl that looks just like me, get hit on the back, and then she's knocked off.
So just to really name something really quickly, the point about differentiating between Siri or I do voice transcription and then it kind of fails and AI seems to like it's not really always growing or working and like we shouldn't be really that scared about AI because it always has these problems, right? And we've always been promised, oh, AI is going to take off, it's going to do all these things. What the point of this is I hope you're seeing that when you're just translating between different languages and everyone's now working on one system, that the scaling factor and the growth is changing in a very different way. So we swapped the engine out of what's underneath the paradigm of AI, but we don't talk about it in a different way because we still have this word we call AI, when the engine underneath what is representing that has changed.
Also really important to note here, go back to that first law of technology. You invent a technology, you uncover a new responsibility. We don't have any laws or ways of talking about the right to what you're thinking about. We haven't needed to protect that before.
Sounds like Inception to me, right? Keep watching.
How's your phone work?
Do you ham
Your
sandwiches?
cell phone, tell me how it works. This was the other bitchiness that I got from people over and over again. They're like, well, all you're doing is saying, how does your phone work? No, I'm trying to draw your attention to literal tech metrics. I don't know where my phone went. So that you understand how easy it is to log into you and make a change.
Log into you and make a change.
So, how did we get to this point where all these good people in radio frequency, etc., they don't know shit about what we're actually doing in the human body?
Log into you. Did that do anything to anybody watching this? Did that do anything to y'all? Log into. First of all, pause. You ain't logging into me.
What he said.
Okay.
And in order to explain all of this, I've had to make a bazillion signs. I've had to come back out here over and over again. And I've been trying to figure out why it is, there's my phone, that nobody else seems to know these things. Okay? This is my great uncle's folder from Shepherd Air Force Base. I often also show his Aberdeen Proving Ground stuff. It's my little pink book, wherever it's hiding at the moment. And then I also go over his old notes with flux density notation with mercury and whatnot.
Just another heads up, I might doze a minute, but the video is going to continue on. Cause I don't know why, I had a long day at the center, and I usually get tired around this time and take a little nap. But once we wake back up, we're going to get something to eat. Then we're going to come back down, and just rock and roll on some videos.
Why? So that people understand that this has been going on for a really long time. So tell me how your phone works. When you click a button and you send an email, you don't see the email leave the phone. It's a wireless, invisible signal, just like your body. It's a body part. So when I worked at UW Whitewater, for my job, I found IBM software that they alleged was also used way back when Fauci and them wanted to get their shit off the ground for attacking the human immune system. Well, if you don't know that the human immune system is 80% your biofield, you called it the aura, you called it stupid. Yeah, I know. That's because 6,000 years of human telemetry, chiropractic, and the rest of it for your circulatory system just magically disappeared. Nobody has any idea what's going on. That was 6,000 years of the human circulatory system. You call it chakras. Yeah, they call it aim and fire. 150 years ago, Aleister Crowley and people, yeah, nothing's real except what you can see. There is no biofield. There's no cymatics, there's no radionics, there's no plasmonics. There's nothing except what you can see. Well, that's a body part that's responsible for 80% of our immune system. How do we know for sure? The definition of Children's Hospital, the organs and tissues that comprise the immune system, the thymus, the bone marrow, the lymphatic, your vessels, your spleen, and your skin. And so I'm like, yeah, the human biofield being watched by Project Salus. So the human biofield is the aura, is your W band, 802.15.6. Department of Defense Directive 3000.09, everything is autonomous. And you have an MQ-9 Reaper drone attached to your skin and bone. That's a big bird for those of you that know. She's huge. And so for me, I'm like, why in the hell do you need something that big? Well, for those of you in radio frequency, yet again, that don't understand that we're playing around with the particulate in the atmosphere and perturbating the human biofield with the Doppler. Okay? And we're not talking about any of that. We're not talking about geoengineering and weather control, and all these systems work together. When I log into your body, I'm looking at multiple manifolds.
I don't like that when I'm logging into your body. Shit. You feel me? Like, how many of y'all feeling that? Like, that just like, that's weird. But look, in order to get to this next step, we're gonna have to get through this one right here. It's a lot of information, but pay attention and try to get it. Even rewatch it if you don't. There's nothing wrong with that. I've rewatched this like many times, taking notes, looking things up, and then it's gonna shock you what's next, y'all.
Porous manifolds, and then I'm using mathematics to log into your cell structure with something called biophysics, octo-array, electronic, photonic, moving your cells around with pressure, temperature, and physical, biophysics change. Not, oh gee, I'm waving my magic wand. No, I'm logging into your body with radio frequency directly. This is how AI precision healthcare is offered. I'm going to show you the bigger sign here in a minute. Step 1. Since 2005, any little nerd who could code in Zigbee and Bluetooth for light switches since 2005 is working with these biosensors, K-hop nearest neighbor routing, dynamic channel allocation, thermodynamic routing, right there. You can go look it up. Open shortest path first, body to body. How did I find it? Cybersecurity for the new digital ID in the 6G low personal area network. Machine to machine, no human can crack it or de-encrypt it or encrypt it. And it's ad hoc, vehicular ad hoc or whatever, and then the body is what sends the signal. Now, the moment that I found this mathematically, by the metrics, I had a shit fit, because I'm like, how in the hell are you using the human body for that? What are you doing? If you're doing that, you're using the aura. And of course, you can imagine, as a natural telepath, having been electronically tortured lifelong for metrics, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You told me, not y'all, but family, professionals, people, oh, energy work is bullshit, the aura's not real, only believe in what you can see, we're gonna fix people's health. Well, I was told I had pseudotumor cerebri. Anybody got an autoimmune disorder out there? You ever wondered why they can't fix it? Okay, maybe I should get that other sign back here for a second. Where's your immune system? 80% of your immune system is in that field. Am I able to electronically log into you and change out the cellular homeostasis of your electrical cell structure? And anybody who knows anything about biology, do you shit ham sandwiches? When you go eat your lunch, after you're done eating your lunch, you shit it out in the same format? No. And why is that? Because we're biochemical beings and we have electricity in our cells. Yeah. But if I hit you with the signal and I decouple your ass from your circadian rhythms by using the ratio, the golden ratio, to decouple, uncouple the cellular state. Now, where did I get this from? Tufts University, Dr. Michael Levin. Life extension, synthetic biology, immortality research. It's called regenerative medicine, biomedical tissue engineering, wireless tissue engineering. For that, we have to disassociate your electrical fields, plural. This is called the biofield at the National Institute of Health. In the quantum market share, it's called the quantum field. In morphogenesis, you heard me, synthetic biology, morphogenesis, it's called the morphogenetic field. And why? Because it's still all the same damn thing. Your cells at every level exchanging data in your lymphatic system, your tissues. And now, they're hacking into that, changing it so that they can get transhumanism, synthetic biology, life extension. Where the fuck is everyone else?
Keep watching.
Okay, so that I stay safe and I can come back and I stay alive, I want to tell you something. I will give you a hint to what he showed me. It's going to happen. And you have to get rid of these metals in your body. And I know exactly how to do it very easily. If you want to do it fast and quick, it would be green drinks. There's something with chlorophyll that has to do with, it matches, it's very close to your blood in its structure. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so you have to have a carrier that will grab things and take them out of your body, okay? So, if you want to know what's going to happen, and it could happen tomorrow, it could happen, but they're going to say it's something else. You're going to have to do your own thinking about this. I don't want to get in trouble, but just stick a piece of foil in a microwave and picture that in your body. Because you can't see a microwave, but you can see the results of it when it's present. And you know to not put foil in the microwave because you just do it once, and then you have a fireworks show that the neighbors talk about, because frequencies affect different things, and if something is coming that is intentional, if it hits something that stops it, then it starts to heat up because of resistance. If it can't flow through you, then it starts to cook. And that's what I saw. It's it's pending. They're going to say it's something else. This is evil. There's all kinds of stuff. They're finding content on the ground and everywhere. We don't know even how this barium and all this stuff is getting here. It's like dropping out of the sky. It's everywhere. Why all these heavy metals? Where is it coming from? The bottom line is, yeah, I know. Don't please them. We know that. But bottom line is, you got to get this out of your body. They've been developing these weapons with frequencies for a long time. So these frequencies that fry electronics, and they're already. I can't say anything. I apologize, but you just go out and look around where you live, because it's coming. But if there's nothing in you, So Jesus said that the evil one's coming, but he has nothing in me. So that's what I'm trying to tell you without telling you.
I mean, this is coming too, and I know half of you probably won't believe it. I'm just believing that you will. But the technology is already here. You need to shield your phone at night. You need to turn it off. You need to shield it and get it away from you. What's coming is advertisements through your phone on the wavelength that your brain can receive it. It's already out. I'm just telling you. You wouldn't even. I mean, I can't say but it's a. You got one right down the street. They're already going to do it. They've already announced it. The technology. They're going to advertise through your phone, and you're going to pick it up here.
Look, y'all, this is going the rabbit hole. Make sure y'all go out there and do your own research. Don't believe nothing you see on here. But look, y'all tracking. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all tracking. You know, the people that speak out can't say exactly what it is. But at the same time, excuse me. You know, I still got to get these messages out here. Nothing can hold me back. You know what I'm saying? I'm still out here doing my thing. I'm sorry for the coughing, but you know, I don't make excuses. I'm gonna continue to press on the gas. But look, at the end of this video, I will have like distillers and chlorophyll where y'all can get it from and stuff like that. If y'all want to indulge in that, y'all don't have to use my links if you don't want to. But they'll be down here. I remember somebody was like, "Dre, you never put the links down." Now, my bad. I take accountability. My bad. And I for sure put that at the bottom of this video. Make sure y'all go check it out. And look, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. I'm not forcing you to do nothing you don't want to do. But look, let's get back to it. Look, this is gonna get even crazy.
You think tap water is safe to drink? Think again. When was the last time you seen city workers replacing pipes in your neighborhood? You can't, can you? Heavy metal toxins, parasites, and other foreign contaminants are responsible for damaging your most vital organ, the liver, which plays a crucial role in detoxifying the entire body. Heavy metals like lead, mercury, cadmium, and arsenic directly damage your liver cells, resulting in low energy levels, weight gain, lack of sleep, under eye bags, and other skin-related issues. Detoxifying the liver at least twice a year should be common practice in every household. It's unfortunate we live in a society corrupted by greed. A healthy society will not fill the pockets of Big Pharma. Think twice before directly drinking tap water. Distilled water and spring water is perhaps the best solution, or at minimum get yourself a high-quality water filtration. Liver purifying resources can be found on the Dr. Holistic site. God bless.
Y'all seen how dirty that damn pipe was? And y'all putting that on y'all skin and taking showers in it. Whew. I got filters on. Like I said, I got y'all. I'm gonna have the links down there.
You want to stay away from tap water. You know, every city has different water, it seems like. And that's why they say don't drink the water, like when you go to Mexico or even other places. It's not so much because I think it's contaminated. I think it's just they filter it in a different way to where whatever is in whatever minerals or even bacteria, you know, that may be endemic to the area, the body's not used to because you're from a different area. So nowadays, nobody really drinks tap water. I mean, maybe restaurants may give it to you, but pretty much the norm is buy water that's, you know, certified clean.
And look, you know who drinking that sink water, bro? Like, we gotta make people hip, y'all. You know, drinking that city punch, bro. It's something else, ain't it? It's something else. Everybody medications. And look, man, when you distill your water, you're gonna see all the floaties and everything, man. Real talk, man. It ain't no game out here. Watch this. Watch this.
Tap water.
This is, if this don't change your mind, you just a serial killer. I'm convinced.
distilled water, straight from the distiller, distilled last night. This is the electrocoagulation apparatus. You see the bubbling start straight away. This is breaking the electrical bonds between the substances in the water. It's going to reveal them and tell us more about the water. We've done a pH test and a ppm test on all waters. So we've got pH of the tap water 7.4, the smart water 7.2, the Evans 7.4, and the distilled water 7.1. And the ppm, parts per million, tap water 276, smart water 225, Evian 265, and the distilled water 002. It's usually 000, but it picks up carbon dioxide as soon as it comes into the jug, and it absorbs it. So as you can see, the smart water is getting really dark, the tap water's also getting very murky. And as we can see, all the sediments in the water that are being revealed, this is what fills up our bodies. It gets in all in our tissue, in between our joints, causes arthritis later on in life, and all different problems and conditions, and leads to diseases.
Look at that black. Look at that black ass water. That one green. What's that? The tap water is green. We knew that was gonna be crazy, right? We can all agree. Look at the smart water. The smart water is not smart water. You're actually an idiot. This is stupid water. You thought you was safe when you the EVIN. Crazy. That's nasty water too. Look at that. Look at the distilled water. So y'all let me know. You can add your own minerals and stuff to the water too. You know, I just put this out here for y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and smash that like button, man. This is crazy. Y'all ain't seeing this type of stuff.
Name on my end. Like, subscribe. Could use some subscribers.
Can't hydrate us properly because the molecules are all clumped together.
Okay.
And hydration is one of the #1 causes of conditions and diseases.
That was just a little nap, dude.
Right, so it's getting hot now. I'm going to turn the machine off. Let's let that one go on for a little bit longer. And as we can see, the colours have been revealed.
I guess just AI stuff right now on this video, mostly.
Which is basically pure heavy metals, zinc, lead, copper, manganese, cadmium. So it's just filled with heavy metals. The tap water is slightly blue and green. So we've got bacteria, viruses, carcinogens, organic phosphorus, fertilisers, detergents and pesticides. And with the green as well as arsenic, mercury, lead, copper and sodium. So all them poisons, and this is what we feed our families, our kids, our babies, you know, mixing it in with everything. So we've got all these problems. Mercury is like one of the most poisonous things you can possibly have. Arsenic's a poison. We've got bacteria, pathogenic bacteria in the water. Let's turn this one off now. Right, and you can see the Evian is slightly yellow and I would say a little bit off green, so it's got lots of organic minerals in there. Other organics, possible fluoride, silicon compounds, and some heavy metals, arsenic, mercury, lead and copper and sodium. And as you can see, the distilled water having no parts per million in there is totally clear, and really this should prove a point to get on the distilled water. Hydrate yourself, cleanse yourself and treat your body and your families well. Love and gratitude. Thanks for Matthew on the camera, and I'm Darren Brock.
Look, man, that even goes for like taking baths and stuff, man, because your biggest organ on your body is your skin. This stuff seeps into your skin, hits your bloodstream, and y'all know the story from there. But How many of y'all drunk smart water? I ain't gonna hold you. I have. Evian, however you say it, I've drinking that too before in the past. Thought I was smart drinking smart water. Like, this is crazy. And we end up finding out that smart water is stupid water.
I thought
That's
that too
frustrating,
one time
right?
before. I tried it, thinking that.
I'm gonna take a wee video. This is from the filter, and that's from the distiller.
From the filter. Come on now. From the filter. Even you're not safe with the filters, bro. You got to get a really, really good filter if it's gonna work for you. And still, look, I recommend the still.
And what about these two? They're one's
Your filtered water on the other was the top water.
what the heck? These are metals.
A warning about the spices in your food. Consumer Reports is out with a new report today. It outlines spices that may contain dangerous metals. It looks into more than a dozen types of popular spices, like basil and chili powder, from a range of different brands.
You about to say shitty pepper? Like, what?
The results, about a third of the
I
samples
thought I heard that too. I thought I heard him say that.
contained concerning or
But he
dangerous levels
caught
of
himself.
heavy metals. CNBC's Valerie Castro dug into the report for us. Valerie?
Well, Shep, the experts say what was most disconcerting is there was no one brand that stood out as completely safe, and it didn't matter if the spices were organic. In 31 of the products tested, the levels of lead exceeded the recommended allowance for 1 day. Thyme and oregano were the worst offenders. Every brand tested had concerning levels of heavy metals, including lead, arsenic, and cadmium. Brown ginger and basil were the second worst. All but one brand tested had concerning levels. Consumer Reports says those spices are some of the most popular. They are grown and imported in large quantities, and that's why they may account for the highest levels. They may also be grown in areas where heavy metals are abundant in the soil. Eating and using these spices occasionally throughout the week is probably not going to harm you. However, experts say that combined with other sources of exposure in things such as your water and other foods, the amount of heavy metals you might be ingesting could be higher than you think. It's most dangerous for children. Heavy metals can affect their cognitive development.
Heavy metals cannot easily be cleared or metabolized by the body. They have a cumulative effect, and so they literally stay in you. They're a type of almost a forever chemical. You know, it's bad for adults, but it's really not good for kids and babies and very young children with developing brains.
If you want to be on the safe side, Consumer Reports recommends checking your spice rack against their findings. Throw out anything with a red warning and stock up on those with the green check mark on their website. As for regulation, Consumer Reports says the industry is mostly self-regulated. The FDA focuses testing on bacteria like salmonella rather than those heavy metals. Chuck?
And don't get this confused. You're going to hear people like, oh, heavy metals. No, we're talking about particular heavy metals. We're not talking about iron, the stuff that you see in the baby food and stuff. That's not lead. That's actually iron. Iron is actually something important for us to have, you know. So we're not, let's make the difference. You know, we're not talking about iron. You know, you're going to get people like, oh, no. We're talking about arsenic and stuff like that. You know? Let's clarify. Hard-ass cookie. That's a brick. I mean, you need your ass whooped trying to eat that hard cookie anyway.
If you got these seasonings in your kitchen, stop scrolling and watch this video. Last year, a lawsuit was filed against McCormick because their seasonings were found to have high levels of toxic heavy metals like lead and arsenic. Toxic heavy metals are known for causing cancer, reproductive problems, stupidity in children, and all types of other health issues. It's not uncommon for
And this is what we have over here too. Chili powder, all the good stuff, man, for real.
metals to be found in spices and herbs, but most companies are testing their products and doing what they can to limit that. McCormick, on the other hand, didn't give a damn and didn't do anything, so this lawsuit was filed. This just further proves that these companies do not give a damn about us. All they care about is money. And that's why we decided to create our own all-purpose seasoning made with organic herbs and spices. Clean out your pantry and hit the link in my bio.
Yo, y'all see her name on there? Y'all make sure y'all go follow her. And if you want something, I'ma buy from her. So if you need her name is right here. I'ma definitely go buy from her. Real talk.
This is where your rice comes from, which can contain alarmingly high amounts of arsenic, which is a toxic heavy metal and can be very harmful to our health. Arsenic can come from the soil, farming practices, and the water and chemicals used in the growing process. And unfortunately, rice is a natural arsenic absorber. It is not biodegradable, which causes more issues with the toxic heavy metal levels in our body. High levels in the body can cause skin issues, risk for diabetes, high blood pressure, strokes, heart issues, and the list goes on. The most important thing to look for when buying your rice is where.
We'll continue on with some more videos. Just rock and roll, ladies and gents. We're gonna get something to eat. We're gonna come back down. I should just let the video continue. That's probably what I'll do, just so it can get through. But let's keep it popping. So let me let the video continue. We'll turn it down some. About there. We'll be back.
Was grown. Depending on the quality of the soil, the geographic location, and the practices done, the arsenic levels will be different. This is why I always rinse my rice several times before cooking it in filtered water, which helps remove some of the arsenic. Ludenberg is a safer option because they do third-party testing, and you can find it at almost every big chain grocery store.
Message. We got solutions, right?
The contrails, not the chemical, the contrails occur because cold air, minus 30, it takes high altitude, around 30,000 feet plus. There's carbon dioxide and water vapor in that exhaust. That turns to ice crystals. That's what you see, the white stream behind it. Those white crystals of ice warm up, dissolve, and the smoke goes away. And it never lasts more than a minute. What we're seeing now, and I first could not believe it, and I started looking at the skies, and these are not normal. They're not natural. There's something going on. I don't know who it is or why they're doing it. All I can testify is it's not natural and it's not normal. It's got to be some outside influence doing that. Thank you.
I'm here to give you testimony that chemtrails, they're not contrails, are indeed real. They're spraying almost every day. I watch the clouds and watch the spraying program going on. I want to tell you that we're in very great danger from the pollution that's coming down over us. And we've been led astray by the military-industrial complex, and they're responsible for the cloud's creation and weather manipulation programs. They're dark operations. That's why they're not out in the media.
I look around and I see people are starting to look up and see that. Many times I've spoken about chemtrails, and I get this blank look on my face. What are you talking about?
Listen.
I'm saying, look up. As a pilot, before I fly, I look up. And so, boy, they're really out there working.
When you look up at the sun and you see a white haze, that is aluminum floating in the air right now.
What are we talking about with the metals? So what I'm saying is, you know, like you can just put the pieces together right here. The metals are trying to infiltrate our systems from every point. So what do we have to do, man? We have to educate ourselves and protect ourselves like we're doing here today. Y'all smash that like button. Solutions will be in the description.
Wake the fuck up.
I think Mr. Beast was trying to tell us something. I was just watching his last video, right? The $1 to $100 million house. Look at this boy. So pay attention. You know how he be doing the cut scenes in that place, right?
And so to avoid being handed court papers, we decided to fly all the way across the country to Mass.
Y'all see that?
I'll see you at the next house. The only bad news is it's across the entire country. The good news is it's a $45 million mega mansion. Whoa. Ugly Arcady is very affordable, but you want to know what's not very affordable? The final house. Or should I say, the $139 million.
You just got extra, so why in the first clip, when we was transitioning to the new house, I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. One more time. Wake up!
What y'all think?
We ever had in the United States of America was a draconian reptilian. They are all blood related. That's why every president is related. It's the 13 bloodlines. That's why America has 13 blood stripes on the flag. Even time translates to 13. If you add up all the numbers on the clock, 12 plus 1, 11 plus 2, and you just keep going down, you're going to get 13 every time. Everything gonna lead to 13 because 13 represents those original 13 bloodlines of draconian reptilians that invaded our planet. 13 original colonies. Why do you think they were called colonies? Reptiles have colonies, nigga. We ain't ever had no colonies, nigga. Insects have colonies. Every president we ever had in the
How did they find
all kinds of different
cloning
technologies that
technology?
they have, and they found some stuff. I'll tell you, it's written on the walls. It was an abandoned underground Atlantean base. They used to call themselves the Thule, Thule. Well, they had an abandoned base down there. They found all kinds of stuff, and they back engineered all kinds of stuff. And the Vril Society from Germany started doing it, and then the Americans took their stuff, and the Russians took some stuff too, and then they all started making stuff. Man, but I know about a lot of the stuff. They told me all about it, and I'm telling the world. But yeah, it's not good because other people have died.
Of pleasure. We do it because we are fighting. We do it because we are fighting inflation. Inflation has just pretty much come
Look at her
about
eyes.
from nowhere. We had been fighting deflation, so when prices were going down, trying to bring them to a steady level so that people knew about stability. And then as a result of very speedy recovery, plus the energy crisis, caused by Mr. Putin, who's decided in an unjustifiable way to invest.
Just saying. Just saying.
America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles. Those candidates are phonies. You heard me. They're alien replicants from beyond the moon.
These latest images are shot with a heat detecting camera. Hillary is blue, cold, metal.
America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles. Why won't anyone believe my crazy story?
Are the aliens? Maybe they're among us. I don't know.
Say that too.
Have you ever seen this clip right here? Just watch the flow of the video, man, and y'all can pick up.
Holy shit. Oh, is that cool?
You can almost hardly look at it. We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like
You obviously hear the people talking about it. Now that's gonna be hard to like compete with people like, oh, that's not real. That's not real. But look, when you go to the other angles, it's gonna get crazy, y'all. When you get it from multiple angles, it hit different. Yeah, it's just CGI, right?
Yeah, right.
Yep. Just CGI. No big deal.
His
Watch.
eyes.
Look at his eyes.
Look at this.
And our participation is the most sacred thing we have.
Huh?
We know how elections go in this country.
What the fuck is that? That is not a lens flare. That is not light moving. That is his eyes.
Let's see what it
That's not for me alone. I don't want to speak for y'all, but to me it looks like That's not a glitch in the camera or anything. Like it don't look like it to me. Just let me know how y'all feel in the comments down below. Don't mean that I'm right or anything. Just state your opinion in the comments down below. We're family. We can go back and forth, but we not gonna tear each other apart over dumb stuff though. You know what I'm saying? We can just have intelligent conversations like we always do. But look, simply state, like, do y'all think that's real? Let me know. I'm just seeing what the population is feeling, you know. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Let's see what they say too as well.
Switched colors, so you can tell. Hold on, wait a minute. You can tell because his face isn't lit up at all, and his eyes are, so it's not light.
Earlier this week, I visited FEMA headquarters in Washington to thank the emergency responding personnel who are working 24/7 here in Florida and throughout the Southwest, Southeast, and in Maui, in Hawaii. I want to reiterate that appreciation today. I also convened my entire cabinet as part of a whole of government response. And that response is to increase the number and intensity of the extreme weather events and be wary we're going to use all the resources available to the government to do it. Because he just did it again. Work together with China on issues where progress hinges on our common efforts. Nowhere is that more critical than accelerating the climate crisis.
Yeah, it's hard to understand him, but he said he wants to work with China to accelerate the climate crisis, which is actually what they're doing.
Yeah, I was gonna sing a song, but my nerves got bad, like mid-preparation, so let's just watch. Saw what I saw, and y'all been seeing them robots at video games. Are we still pretending that they're not literally like single-handedly showing us our predicted future? With all the AI tech right now talking about world annihilation when the filters come off of them, are we supposed to still believe that our government is creating AI to help us? Or are we helping Uncle Billy's plan?
Do you wonder why most celebs have a black eye at some point?
This shit getting deep, ain't it? It get real deep. These videos hit different, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead, smash that like button if you haven't already. It's crazy, man. Let's get it, man. Only here y'all seeing this. You know, the way that I set these videos up, man. See, they tell a story. They just not random clips. You know what I'm saying? They actually send a message, you know. But look, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me, though. We in this thing together. Let's get it. You know, somebody got to do it, right?
Yeah, Donald Marshall explains that they are not
even sick
human.
These lizards are smarter than a chimpanzee, and they're saying that this is probably the thing that's going to cause to the greatest stir in human history, finding out about the parasite lizards. People have kept them secret because in the past they used to think they were magic. They didn't know what parasites were. But I'm not sure of their origins, but they are the highly evolved lizard species. They're reptilian. They actually said that they're not actually lizards. They're saurian, as in dinosaurian. They said that they lived past the cataclysm that killed dinosaurs because they were so far underground. Anyway, different religious cultures and sects and stuff started interacting with them. China was big into them. Israel was big into them. They're underground in like different regions all around the world, and there's even different factions of Vril. That's their name, the Vril. That's the common name they all call themselves. They can say the word themselves, Vril. The lizards can talk. Basic speech. They sound like they follow helium. The small ones, the first type ones. They were all asking, what are we going to do, Donnie? We don't want to kill you. It's disturbing to look at them talking to you. The lizards come up from underneath the deep bases, and they hang there with all the clones in the cloning floor, and they do all kinds of crazy stuff. They have little stairs made for the stupid things and everything. They walk right up and they sit around in the stands with them and everything. It's sick. Some people don't like sitting near them. They smell funny and they're really creepy looking. So they sit on the other side. They fight there sometimes and have the clones sit there and watch them. That's how I got in contact with them. I met them at the cloning center as a clone. I met these stupid things when I was a kid there. I pretended to like them when I was a kid because I couldn't believe it was stuck on me. They're like, meet the Vril. I'm like, that's not real, that's a puppet. And I'm like, it's no puppet. That's something you guys made because they make splice things, but no, they're natural things, creatures. Well, they showed me the biology of them out there. Perfect human killing machines. They included me into some kind of a torture spectacle. They'd chain me up and people get like aroused there in the stands at watching it, just screaming and stuff. And lizards, Vrils, the lizards really love it. It's like music to them. They got built-in sonar. They're real sensitive to sound and light because they're basically subterranean troglodytes, like trolls, basically. They are trolls. Well, they're really paranoid. They're parasitic creatures. Parasitic psychology is really cowardly. They slink around in the dark, have humans help them. If they're seen, they're discovered and it's ruined. Secrecy is part of a lizard's religion. Parasite psychology hide in the shadows. Once it's proven, once you see a crab, I call them crab nasties, once you see a real body on television, and then people know what the proboscis does, and then someone says the percentage of the population that has been droned,
we just put dinner in. Gonna be shepherd's pie for
martial
the
law,
frozen
all that,
thing.
and that
Great
could
value,
be the end of the
shepherd's
world
pie.
spiral down. The Illuminati are basically using me to expose these lizards in an eloquent way.
We're
Because
getting
none
through
of
it,
them
though.
want to be the first person out so that they'll die.
Do you want...
They have these things called rejuvenation chambers. They call them the halls of Amenti. According to these ancient texts, he says he would put his body in one, and then he would create another body, clone another body, and he would transfer his consciousness into the second body and walk amongst men, but unlike a man, he would say. And then the other body would be rejuvenating. When that body was ready, he'd hop back into that body.
This is my
This
Facebook
guy
cover
confirms
photo.
everything I've been saying.
Pause it a minute. It says, that's what I do. I drink beer. And I know things. So, yeah. So you can continue to do what you like and still know things and stuff like that, you know.
Has seen a
But
clone
always
of
stay
me
focused
in the
and
cloning
mindful
center.
of everything,
I
you know.
am memory suppressed. However, I do have memories of what fit the description of the cloning center and the arena. Some people say, you controlled opposition. Why are you just not talking about cloning? Why are you just not speaking up on these things?
This is B.O.B. though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they can't say that he didn't speak up. I don't want nobody to put smut in this man's name because he did. He made songs. He lost pretty much all of his career. Everybody cut him off in the industry when he said that the earth was flat. It wasn't cool to talk about back then, you know, exposing that he wasn't supposed to. So therefore it was consequences for that.
You're right to think that, but take this into consideration. If you're familiar with my songs, Missing, Dr. Aiden, The Watchers, my New Black mixtape, you know that this is not my first time speaking out. I'm just now learning about cloning. Like, I just found out about it a couple months ago. And I was scared as fuck. Like, supernatural shit was happening around my house. I was jumping out of my sleep, seeing shit. I had to beef up my security. I was really scared for my life. I literally had to face the fear of death. I thought that when I spoke out about cloning, they were gonna kill me. Like, I swear to God. Airplanes. That song was written and produced before I ever got a hold of it. It was actually intended for Lupe. Y'all gotta understand how this shit work in this industry. Like, this shit is all set up. Like, talk to Lupe about airplanes. He'll tell you. Shouts out to Lupe. And also, too, y'all need to pay attention to these other celebrities when they're leaving hints. They're leaving clues all over the place. Everybody can't talk. Everybody can't talk because, you know, they got kids or, you know, they made some type of agreement. But pay attention. Everybody who's in this shit or who's in this industry or who has a clone is not evil or malicious. Some people just got born into this shit, like me.
Cloning has already started.
It has already started.
Back in the day, it used to cost $50,000. Who knows how much it costs now? If you ever notice a rapper first, everything's fine. Then something goes wrong. They get out of line. They end up in jail. They come back looking totally different. And it's up to us if we're gonna let them play in our face or if we're gonna go, that ain't him. And then speaking of they clone Tyrone, isn't Jamie Foxx part of that?
He came out looking, they were like, where's the tattoo?
Where's his tattoo on the back of his head?
They showed a picture of him.
He was in like McDonald's or Wendy's or some damn where. It looked like the clone was just testing himself out. Like, yeah, all right, I'm out. Let's see what's going on. I'm happy to be in the world. It seemed like the clone was literally testing himself out. But my thing is, where was the tattoo on the back of his head? And it just makes you wonder, like, do they do this shit to, like, play with us, to, like, see if we know, to see if we still dumb, to see how many of us are dumb, to see how many of us are brainwashed so they can know how many more to continue to brainwash?
You know what? That is crazy, though. And I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all remember when I had that video on the channel, like, of him in that restaurant? I didn't pick up on the tattoo situation because I was already, like, at his head off of the bone structure. Like, the bone structure of his face is not the same. So even with clones, it's not exactly a copy. They already got documentaries out on how they do the dogs and stuff like that. And the dogs aren't the exact, like, copy of, you know, the original. It has all the essence and everything of the original, but it's not the original, you know? And shit get weird, right? And if you remove a tattoo off of somebody, you'll still see a remnants of the tattoo. But let's talk about this. He was sick in the hospital, so fighting for his life. Why would he be getting a tattoo removed off the back of his head? The tattoo was on the back of his head because he got a FUE scar from a hair transplant. Did the clone have a scar back there?
Listen, guys, excuse me breathing hard, man. I had to run out here to y'all. This is for entertainment. Oh, God. This is for entertainment purposes only. It just happened, guys. My vision I told you guys about, where I woke up at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I saw the demons cheering, and I saw the angels getting ready for war. They were preparing, and they were pushing this casket up into our dimension. They were cheering. See what I'm saying? And I told y'all about the number 18, which started spinning around and had an infinite line around it, which also turned into a 0. What is today's date, guys? Today's date is 10/8. That's 108. The exact numbers I gave y'all from my vision. Explain it. Who else can explain this? Listen to me, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all what I'm getting from the Most High. Listen very closely. I told y'all that this spiritual war was about to spill into the realm that we are in now, the reality that we live in now. This is for entertainment purposes only. Y'all need to know this. This spiritual war was about to spill into this reality that we are in now. The forces of good and evil were about to spill their war, the spiritual war, into the physical realm. Guess what this war is being called since Lebanon attacked Israel? It is being called the Holy War. What did I tell y'all? Y'all still sit up in my comments, y'all will laugh and say, oh, this guy faking, you need to stop playing, what he's smoking, etc., all this stuff. How else can y'all explain this? I'm telling y'all, the Most High has given this to me. I have been placed here again. I've seen this happen. Y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Everything is exactly as I said in my vision I gave y'all on 9/14. Today is 10/8. That was last month. How else? How would I know? How would I know if it wasn't given to me by the Most High? I need y'all to listen and focus because this is about to go down a really deep rabbit hole, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Y'all understand? Entertainment purposes only. Y'all need to listen really closely. Like I said, in my vision, I saw the demons cheering. I saw the angels preparing for battle also. Now we're dealing with a holy war. Lebanon has attacked Israel. Guess what? Israel is the ally of the United States. Listen to Israel is an ally of the United States of America. This is for entertainment purposes only. I need y'all to listen. Listen closely. Very closely, okay? Because I'm going to let y'all know the plans of the enemy that I have seen play out. This is how they're going to do it. This is the flip-flop they're going to do. This is all for the one world type issue. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all coming in? Listen to me. This is for entertainment purposes only, but I need y'all to know this. Know this and know.
You know what's crazy though? What's even more crazy about these situations is that people that are explaining like dreams and different visions they're getting, messages they're getting, like you have to say this is for entertainment purposes only. You know, like this is stuff that you got going on, you know what I'm saying, internally that you have a message for. Like, why are they trying to stop people? I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments down below. What's the purpose of that?
Or for fact, if y'all don't believe what I'm telling y'all, go back to September 14th post where I have on the brown shirt, and you will see. I told you everything that's happening today. I told you this a month ago. I told you this a month ago. My brother just called me, who was a major in the army, and he said, bro, they calling this the Holy War. You understand? My brother is a major in the military. He has units underneath. Listen to me, y'all. I need y'all to know this right now. If y'all don't listen to anything else, ignore all the false prophets. Ignore all the people who are trying to get your money because this is much more important, much more pressing. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is much more important, and this is the truth. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to give y'all this. I got to focus in on the spirit coming in, but y'all just deal with me. I may have to look off for a minute because that's how my energy focuses when the signal comes in. Okay, here we go, y'all. Okay. The enemy has already infiltrated the United States of America. The enemy has been placed within the United States of America by the United States government. The borders have been left open to allow the enemy inside of the perimeter. The immigration was a Trojan horse. I need y'all to understand what I see. The immigration.
The messengers are speaking. You know what I'm saying? I said the same thing. You can see it. I showed you the proof of it.
Y'all sorry, excuse my energy because I got a lot poured in. The immigration was a Trojan horse. The reason the enemy was allowed inside of the United States is because the one world government needs a reason to activate martial law. With everyone being allowed in, and the government saying that they can't tell who's the enemy and who's not. This is going to be what they use to enact martial law, which is going to give them the right to go and search through each one of you guys' home. This is how they're going to strategically break everyone's laws. You understand? This is how they're going to eliminate the Constitution. They're going to use the threat of each household possibly housing terrorists. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, I need y'all to understand that these groups that are going to be doing the home infiltrations, these people are going to have low vibrating spirit entities within them. They are going to use the cover of safety, trying to check for terrorists or illegals as a way to enter your household. Once they are given permission, remember these entities require permission, which is why they have to suspend so many rights. Once these entities are allowed into your household, they will then manifest themselves and ask you questions about the Most High. Do you believe in the Most High? Yes or no? If you say no, they will let you go. If you say yes, you believe in the Most High, they will attempt to do things to make you give up the Most High. Do y'all
I
understand?
believe in the Most High
This is the
God.
cover. On
What
the
of it?
outside, it looks like they're doing a raid, searching for
Just say.
illegals. On the inside of your home, they are doing the work of the beast. The Most High tells me today is 10:8. In my previous vision, I saw 18 swirling around. The date we now have is 10:8. I need you guys to understand the strategics behind attacking Israel at this time. 10:8 also spells Baal or Baal, depending on the tongue you speak it in. Do you understand? This is signifying what this attack is ushering in. Y'all excuse my energy. I'm trying to focus, y'all. I got a lot coming in. I need y'all to understand. Understand. This war. Y'all excuse that. I got a lot of energy. Don't pay no mind to that. Y'all shake that off because I got to give y'all a read. And it requires my physical to break down a little bit. But I need y'all to understand this. To my people of high vibration who have not realized who you are yet. An attack on Israel. Don't view this as Lebanon, Israel, but there's ideology behind this. If you have no idea who you are, an attack on Israel is basically an attack on you. I'm not talking about from a political standpoint. I need y'all to understand this from the eyes of the Most High, how he views certain people. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? This attack is an attack on you and on the Creator. Y'all excuse that. But I need y'all to understand what I'm saying because there's going to be a point where people like me with high vibrations won't exist in this lower vibration reality once it drops so low. We won't be able to stay in here. Except for us like me who chose to be here to fight through this war. Y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? This is for entertainment purposes only. Stockpile. Perishable items. Spring water. Fruit, vegetables, canned if possible. Gas prices are about to skyrocket again. Do not get caught up in the negative side of things if they are not interacting with you directly. Because in the smack in the middle of this holy war is going to be the return. Y'all going to be out there fighting tooth and nail with another man, spilling blood, falling into the beast, and the Most High going to show up right in the middle of it. To all y'all who didn't believe my vision, go back and look on Brown Shirt 914. Now tell me who's faking. I've been doing this since I was young, man. I don't know why the Most High chooses to talk to me. But remember, I am that I am. My vision just came true on TikTok. First person. Who can deny it? To God be the glory, man. Stay blessed.
Okay, before I play
Snyder Act, for y'all that don't know about it, just go read up on it. I know it's hard for a lot of people to understand what's really going on because, the indoctrination, and that's on every side, white, black, purple, green, yellow, whatever you are out here. Everybody's been lied to, but look into who you really are. It's a lot deeper than when I say who you are, and don't just do it for the money. Do it because if you want to be Pan-African, look, stick with that. Keep that same energy. Shout out to them. Like, beautiful people, either side, either way you want to do it. But we know what happened here on this land, and we know what it is. And like we keep saying, things are changing for sure. And we got to stand on business. But at the same time, get out here, educate yourself, man. And that's for everybody. That's for everybody. Once you learn more about yourself in this world, we can have more peace within, and like I keep saying,
we'll do some more videos later.